Morning, tubs. It's very early morning. There's mosquitoes out. I wanted to get out and do some work on my 2N here before it gets too hot out here, because it has been freaking hot. Holy crap, and it's supposed to get worse, they're saying. Oh my goodness. But anyways, let's get this container open. We're gonna make this oil line today. Hopefully all goes well with that. And that should be good. That new governor will be all lubed up and ready to pull, ready to work. Alright, so there's where we left her from the other day, and that's the new governor, of course, right there. We got to run the line from there up, kind of through somewhere here, and then over to this oil line here, and we're going to block that one off in the block. So I probably should best be maybe trying to push it out here. I should be able to get it to roll out of here, and we'll put her down on the nose of it out here anyway, so I can see what I'm doing, and more for you guys to see what's going on here too. So I got to move a couple things. Got to open up the shed here too, and yeah, we'll start making a line. Sweet. So that's the old one, and there was a couple of comments from the last video of installing that, of what this thing actually does. Well, I didn't even think about that. Some people might not even know what these things actually do. So what this thing is done, what it does is it keeps whatever you set your throttle, it keeps that constant power, we'll say, or throttle position. So if you're working the tractor, so you're driving along normal, and you're working the tractor, and it gets like, has to go up a hill. Say we're just driving and it's got to go up a hill or something. You know, in your car, when you're driving your car, you give it a bit more gas, right? When you're going up a hill, so you're, instead of just going and dying out, you give it a bit more gas, right? So what this does is it does that for you. So, especially if you're plowing, you've got enough on your mind, or whatever you're doing with an implement. So this thing is geared into the big gear that's inside the tractor, and it spins with these balls, and I believe this one, when it's running, the balls are flung right out, and when it starts to lug down a bit, the balls come in, and then it adjusts this thing here, which in turn inside adjusts in that little fork thing there, which in turn goes out to the shaft, to these little pins, to the linkages to the throttle. So if it starts to sink down a little bit, I'm not sure if it's, I guess it would be flung out when it's running fast, and then it would start to slow down and then start pulling and then opening up the throttle on the carburetor. So it keeps it constant. So, you know, if you're driving a tractor or something, then you're, and all of a sudden you're working hard. That's what the governor's doing. It's taking over, so you don't have to remember to give it throttle before it's kind of too late and out of power, right? So that's the idea behind them. And this one's of course all apart and really bad shape. These balls here, I don't know, yeah, you can see. Let's try to get you a nice zoom in on this one here. These balls have flat, shiny spots on them. It's so shiny you can see the camera in them. They're not supposed to be flat and shiny. They're supposed to be perfectly round. So these have really sat in there and got ground down for quite a long time. Well, they're really hard, but you know, there's a really good one there. It's got a nice flat spot on it. Not supposed to do that, so they don't kind of roll so nice now, right? So, but that's a nutshell in how a governor works, and they're different for different tractors. Even my hit and miss engine has one, and it's actually got a slope thing like this with like an arm. So when the weights start to go in on that, it squeezes this thing and it lets the arm come down, which opens and lets the valve release more often, kind of thing. So show you that another day though, but it's pretty neat how it works too. So there you go, governor. So now, anyways, this is the little fitting that I made. I hope that's the right size for that. It should be. blocked off with like some special glue stuff there. And that'll thread into the block, hopefully, and it's the right size. And if it's not, well, we're not doing that today, I guess, because I got to do another one, different size, with more stuff to dry in it. And that'll block off the block there so it doesn't get contaminated in there. So I believe we're going to use this line here. And I believe, I thought I had more of them little fittings. I must not, so I might have to go down and get some more. I don't see any other little fittings on my bench here. So there's our flare kit. We'll need him too, so I gotta go down and get a couple more of these fittings. Hopefully I got them. I'm sure I brought some up here, but I don't know what I've done with them. Found my bigger pipe cutter too, which is good. That's like a bigger style, and it actually has the reamer on it too. If you can get that pulled out of there. That's got the little cleaner thing, but it's not tremendously good, but I mean it sort of works. They sort of work for cleaning. I guess I'll go down and get a couple more fittings. I have to get a couple more of these guys. Alright, stupid me, I glued the wrong size fit and I glued the smaller guy here. That doesn't fit the line, so I'm like, darn it! So I had a couple more, so that's good. So I got another one glue in. I don't know if I'll be able to use that as a plug today. I'll have to let her dry a bit, but this is the line we're going to use. It's like a copper nickel based line. And that should be the good stuff. Yes, it is. Alright, so, woo. We got to go outside here and have a look at where we're going to route this line. And I do have my toolbox of tricks. I do have a pipe bender, but I don't know if it's going to be used for this project or, come on now, or I just bender by hand. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but I got this little guy off, and it was kind of fun because these things kind of go up inside, and then the little nut holds it on, right? So being such a tight little bend, it was tricky to get that off of there, but got her off anyways. And yeah, we got the wrong fittings here, so that's no good. And this is like glued with like an underwater glue, so it's really good stuff. Might not be salvageable now, but if we need a plug for something that small, well, we gotta plug something that small. Okay, so let's get out here and get you on a tripod, and we'll see what we're gonna do with our line here. This is a super tricky area to try to shoot this for you. Holy cow. It's just the way it is, I guess, with the shape of the hood. It's hard to get kind of down in there, but we'll see what we're gonna do here. Get a piece of line straightened out here first. Whoa. Let's get a piece of line straighter right here. Stuff bends really nice and easy, so that's a good thing. So I think, gotta remember that alternator kind of hangs out here too, so I want to try to keep it tight. I think what I want to do is come through here. Kind of, sort of thing. Okay, that's a fair bit of line sticking through there. And then we'll have to bend down to the filter here, I guess. We'll have to maybe, I don't know whether I want to just come down the front and then turn in, or come around and then, you know, curl around. Well, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It's gonna be a pretty good bend down there regardless. I might have to come down and then back up. Let's just see what we can do here. Okay, so that's gonna have to, I want to make sure I leave myself enough line here too, but this stuff bends just so nice. Okay, let me grab that little bender. Maybe we can do a nice 90 right underneath that filter there. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how this thing works. Without wasting too much of the line here. I don't want to burn up too much of it. So this thing's got to go on here. Now that I think I got too much bent here, you might not be able to see what I got to do here, but we can bend her again. We can bend her again. That thing goes. Come on. There. Gotta open her up a bunch. This thing goes like that. And then like a waffle press. Just bend that around like that. Something like that. Well, that might not be any good. But I think we can sort of make that maybe work. And of course my bend's going the wrong way. And that always the awesome part of it. Okay, so it doesn't need to be that long either. We could shorten that up a bit. And let me go grab my tubing bender. We might have to flare this thing right on here, but I think I could probably cut the other side off and make her work. Okay, so let's just double check the other side. Yeah, I think we got lots there to mess with if we need to. Now this, I wanted to try to keep it away from this exhaust as much as I could. And then that, well, let's go grab our cutter here, cut some of this off. Alright, so we'll leave ourselves a little extra here. That should be more than enough. I'm just using my little guy here. Someone got a little bit of spray foam on this hose. Might have been me. Now the cool thing about it is, with this hose, wire, line stuff, hose stuff, tube stuff, you can get fittings to join two of them together again, kind of thing, if you had to. I actually do have a few of them, which is kind of cool. So you could flare another guy onto here and then onto the other side there, or you know, if you had to join a chunk in. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this right here, but let's see here. Maybe we can do a nice bend here again. Get in here with it. Don't know if I'll be able to get in here tight enough. Get it started anyways. Pretty close to that exhaust manifold. I wanted to be a little bit away from it if I could. Well, it's not terrible bad there, I guess. It kind of looks like their fitting here is kind of, maybe needs a little bit of attention to it. It's kind of going in a bit. I wonder if I can tighten her down a little more there and get it to come out. There, that might be a little better. Fitting these. What the heck? That other one fit? Kind of wondering if the fitting needs a bit of... I'll probably take it out and put some thread dope stuff on her there. And I think that's not bad for there. Clearing, I think, everything there. Could maybe sneak out a little more with it away from that manifold. Yeah, that might be better. Something there like that. It's a little long though. I'm going to shorten it, I think, a little bit more. Bring this down in a bit more. But now that that's in and on there, I'm probably not going to be able to get the line out again to flare it. So I'm going to have to probably do it right on there. Hopefully all goes well with that. But it's easier to shorten things than it is to lengthen them, of course. So we'll take a little bit off of this guy. And I gotta try to get this thing cleaned out too before we flare it. Although flaring should open it up again, because you get a little bit of a burr, we'll say, on them things, right? So I want to, how am I gonna get in there now to get that without bending her all up too bad? I guess we'll just bend her out a bit. Ooh, big plane going over. Oh yeah, big one. There, that just cleans that little burr out. So what I did there was, see this little burr end, I'll show you on both ends here in a sec, but you just clean that little, I don't know if I can hold this one enough to clean out that little burr, but there you can see it's a little better anyways than that end. So yeah. Okay, so let's try, I'll fit this in here. I think that looks pretty good. Got an extra little bend in there I didn't really need. Here I could have probably come and I could have probably got that out of there too, but that looks kind of neat with a little extra bend in her, you know. So let's go check the other side here now and see where it's going. And well, it's gonna need a bit of work too, I think. Gonna need a bit of work. Okay, let me grab that fitting line. Alright, let's see. This one's gonna work alright here. I need a fairly good bend to it, really, but yeah, we're gonna need all that line, I think, believe it or not. Gonna have to come out this way a little bit. This has got a little bit of a kink in it at the end here. I don't know if I like that so much. Might have to try to see if I can get that straightened out of that. Yeah, not liking that kink too much. And there, I don't know how I got a little kink in it, but I don't know how I'm going to get that out of there. Because now, yeah, I'm going to get that out of there. It's just got a little bit of a whoop into it. I just don't like that so much. Oh, something just come loose over there. Be nice if I could just do a 90 there and then a 90 back up, but my little bender wouldn't bend it that sharp. I gotta kind of go with what I got there, I guess. That should go up and over and around, and she might need a little remolding here and there, but I think that'll work. Okay, see if I can get in here and clean this one out now. I'm going to leave it, I think, that length. Better to have a little bit extra than not enough, right? I mean, not enough isn't good. Okay, that's pretty good there. That flare will change that anyways. What I want to do though, first, before we do anything with it, is blow a little bit of air through it, just to get any of those little chips out. I really don't want them going in the governor here. So let's see if we've got some air left here. A little bit. That'll do. Oops. Okay, the fun part of flaring on the job. Here we go. Guess we'll do this side first. Try to get you in a little more here. So 1/4 inch. I got the 1/4 inch die, and should be all good here. Just start getting rid of all this mechanism for the steering and all that stuff. So 1/4 inch. I'll just get this thing sort of snugged on here. And what you want to do, if I remember right, is take this guy. Holy cow, we're pretty good there. You just put that down there, and that's the depth you're going to cut, right? How did I get that bang on? Little story while we're working here. Northwest of me here in Ontario, on a day like this, a Sunday, if you are way up there, there is, well, especially now, nothing open at all for auto repair stuff. So we were going up for a race car race. And my old GMC truck, remember that old girl? It blew a brake line way up there. There's like nobody up there to help you that, on that type of day. So that sucked. So we ended up, what did we end up doing? We drove all the way home, got the Buick, and went all the way back up for the race. We wanted to see the race, right? So, needless to say, I'm sure there's a video on my channel here when I had to fix the truck. Put new brake lines on it. Funny thing was, it was the line that I hadn't done too, of course, right? And all the other ones to the wheels and all that stuff, I did all them, because usually it's them that blows, but this was like the main that come out of the brake master cylinder thing, right? So this thing you want to crush right down to the bottom as best you can. It's much easier in the vise. That's about as far as I'm going to get her. Alright, sometimes these little dies are fun to get out. That one's good, I think, though. Well, maybe not. Nope, not too bad. Let's put on the cylinder head. And then you just take this clamp guy here again, put it in that little hole that you just kind of mushed down. And this will do, right now it's a bubble flare, I believe the name of it is. And this will do the double wall or double flare. It'll push it down a bit, and then that's actually what meshes on the inside of the other side. creates the thing we want. I'll show you what that looks like after we get it off of here again. Oh, no, this way. Oh my goodness. Muscles. Sometimes you might have trouble getting your fitting to go up onto that, but usually they're not terrible too bad. You might have to clean off that little edge a bit. Okay. Oh, I can get up. Knees are seizing up. Okay, so if we can zoom in. We zoom into that little guy there. That is now the little fitting that we made right there. And that should go up inside and tighten down onto her. Sweet. Let's see if that's gonna work. Now that is probably a half inch. I think those are maybe smaller. I don't know. Oh man, there's another one went now. It's here somewhere. Well, let's see if we can get this to mount into here. Get everything straightened up again. We've got it all twisted now. There we go. Okay, gotta find my wrench for those things. I actually want to tighten this down, I think, here before it kind of gets away too far with finagling. Whoa, the other side. I guess I better go the tighter way. I probably could have shortened this up like a whole lot, but I think we'll be all right. I better grab a 9/16. Just hold this top one here so I don't twist it, because for some reason after I took this all out, this canister, and cleaned it, it's leaking now and I don't know why. Alright, try that for tightness. That looks pretty good. It's kind of kept away from everything. It's a little breather cap thing to the front. There we go. And yeah, sure, I think that'll work. We just gotta remember to put our plug in there too. Okay, for some reason I'm not liking the look of this. It's looking like it's too short here now, but I think I can wrangle that down onto there pretty easily. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so this, I'm just gonna bend out again so I can work on it. This stuff's pretty forgiving, which is nice. Put our fitting on. And our little die. Oh no, wait a minute, we gotta put this guy on first. That's right. And we're gonna need a little wrench. That's a 1/2 inch. Yes, it is. And 1/4 inch hole line thingy there. And we'll just line it up with this. Holy smokers, how did I get that right on again? It's a little bit out. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Nice working up here, no mosquitoes. It's strange for this type of time of morning. It's quite humid out, not super bad yet, but it's supposed to get wicked hot this week coming up. So that's why I'm like, I'm getting out early in the morning to work on this thing. Always remember to put your fitting on before you do all this too, because you'll be cursing. Darn it, stupid fitting. Okay, I gotta back this up a whole pile. Oh, get back in there, you stinker. You want to make sure it should be fairly square cut on there. It's off a hair bit here. You want that to push down fairly good there. Oh, come on. This one didn't go so good, maybe. I can't go any tighter with it, so hopefully the second flare fixes that. Holy cow. That one's going to be a little trickier to get out. That's not so good. Sometimes they flare good, other times it's like, what the heck happened there? That wasn't so bad. Oh, crap. I better go find that. Okay, found it. All good. Yeah, this is not looking super great, this one. So I don't know if I'm liking that. We'll see how this comes out when I flare the next one here. Sometimes it'll salvage it, other times it won't, and it'll end up leaking. So I'm gonna get there. Oh my goodness, that's tight. I think we're alright. It smushed her down pretty darn good. Okay, let's get this thing off of here now. I wouldn't doubt it at all if I bent something the other way. I'll have to probably straighten it all out here again. Boy, they've used these kind of connections for years on different things. Yeah, I kind of bent her a little bit there, I think. Yeah, okay, so now we gotta try to straighten that thing out. How the heck am I gonna do that without wrecking stuff? Something like that, maybe. Try to keep it away from that exhaust manifold a bit, but I don't want to get it into the alternator either though, right? Okay, I'm still bent a little bit here. I'm gonna have to straighten that out a bit more yet. Got a little wild. I guess this stuff is pretty soft. Come on, baby. What are you trying to do to me? Well, I see this is going to need a bit of work. Okay, I'm going to need to do some surgery, I think. Hang on a sec. Okay, we had our minor surgery. We had a little bit of a fit. I think we're all right though now. Okay, that's the right fella right there. I think we're all right. We had a little bit of a hissy fit, we'll say, with them. But I think we're all right. Okay, where do I want to go with this now? Oh, do I want to take that fitting out maybe first too? Oh, maybe we should put some locker on that, or not locker, thread locker stuff. And I don't know what that size it actually is because the 1/2 inch is too small and the 9/16 is too big. So, maybe I should go the right way again. Or was I going the right way? I think I was actually going the right way. Whoops! Sometimes I get mixed up when things are kind of going the wrong, sort of not normal ways. Gotta stop and think about it, right? It's so hard to get in here. Now there's a little cover underneath this thing too, and I think that's for like a tachometer kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna go put a little bit of thread dope on that guy. We'll thread her back in. Alright, I think actually this might have had like a little mini flare on the inside of this too, but I'm gonna dope it up anyways. Put some dope to her and probably gonna end up dropping it here. Oh, yeah, see. Well, I'll go clean that up and start again. Pretty bad when I can just call what I'm gonna do. I just had a feeling that it didn't feel right. And, you know, I gotta turn it. And, well, we dropped her too. Wow, I didn't think that was gonna be that hard to get this back going again here. There we go. Don't cross thread her. Now, well, that's not the right wrench. Having a rough day out here today. Now I'm losing stuff. Of course I put it back in my tool thing. Of course I did. Okay. It's not nice trying to get in here. Get her to come around once more. I think that'll be just perfect. Somewhere about there, just out a hair. Alright, let's see if we can get this flare to go in there now. So we got a bit of bad news about the old Jubilee. Remember, I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was smoking quite a bit. The engine's just totally wore out in that thing. I can't remember the numbers on the oil control rings on the one cylinder was like a lot out. Like a lot out. It was really bad, we'll say. And better there. It was way out, and actually a lot of them were out. So we'll look at the engine here to kind of compare. I'll show you what was kind of going on. Heck of a lot of leak by, blow by, we'll say. On the front cylinder and the back cylinder on the Jubilee, we had the head all off it, and did this at my stepdad's garage. He doesn't want film in there, so sorry. But had the head off, and we just brought the pistons down so they were down, you know, a fair bit. Put a bit of WD-40 on each one of them, and the front one and the back one had leaked through within 5 minutes, and the middle two weren't too bad, but apparently the connecting rods and the caps and all that stuff are all egg-shaped, so they're junk. So it would need probably a crankshaft. It would need all the new bearings done on the bottom. It would need piston sleeves, rings, valves done in it. So I mean, it's going to be a whole pretty much rebuild on. I kind of wish I could film that, but he's got it, like I say, in his garage, or he doesn't want film in there, so I can't do that for you, sorry. But anyways, I think we're good here. Let's just check the other side too. And Yeah, that'll work, I think. Could probably straighten that line up a little bit more, but I think that'll do the job anyhow, and hopefully it doesn't leak. And I got to get that plug. I've got it here. It's drying. It's right there. And that's that stuff, and I got to probably clean it up a little bit before I put it in, but that should thread in your little plug. And I guess I'll go ahead and put the alternator back on now. Won't film that for you because, you know, it's pretty straightforward, that is. But I do want to do a better alternator bracket for this. I mean, this one works good, but it'd be nice to get it done a little bit tighter. And maybe a smaller alternator. Gosh, I don't need something that big, I don't believe, on here to charge this thing up. But anyways, that's good for now. Sweet. Alright, I think I got it. Trying to fight with a silly thing for about 5 minutes here. It's definitely not the right bracket, but I mean, it works. I just gotta tighten up the bottom one here, and I need my 9/16 and a socket so I can get in here. And we'll fire it up and see if we got any leaks anywhere, except I got that plug. Should be good. Okay, how tight's our belt there now? Oh, that's not terrible bad. Everything's sitting solid there. Oh yeah, we gotta put the charging cable on, that's right. This feller back on here. And we can start juicing things, and that is probably, of course, not going to be the right one. That's too big. Probably a metric of some sort, no doubt. Ugh. Ugh. Where's my metric stuff? Is that a 10 mil maybe? Feels like a 10. It's actually a little bit longer than it needs to be, but I could maybe actually shorten that a little bit. Now that I see the length is a bit too long, we could maybe do one of those kind of things. In there more, but then it won't get tied up into things. Could just shorten and put another end on it too, I guess, but for now, good. I will probably shorten that actually, so okay. I think we're all done. So that should get lots of oil coming down hopefully, and pump it into the back side of this thing, and then it'll flow out into the front there again and back into the block. And that should be, I want to really pin these spark plug wires up to maybe that bail arm here or something, because there is a good chance that it could get caught into the belt there. Well, that might be better there now. Probably won't stay there, but yeah, we should be all right, I think. Well, let's fire it up and see if she makes any funny noises now. All right, let's fire it up. Battery's hooked up already there. Turn some gas on. It's flowing. You guys remember the noise from the old governor. Hopefully this one's not doing that. Alright, choke for a bit. Everything should be hooked up alright there. Let's hit her. Turn her on too, that would help. up there, we'll look for some leaks. Hopefully we got nothing. It's all right there so far. It's over here I'm a little concerned about. It's all right here. That's gonna need a plug there. No rattles up there now. That's kind of nice. Let's let her warm up a few minutes here. We'll go for a little drive out the road there maybe. Oil pressure's about the same. That's good. We're not losing anymore. Nice. She likes her warm up. Poor old girl. Never any blue smoke though, which is phenomenal. Somebody must have done this, or maybe it doesn't have a lot of hours on it already. I don't know, just a lot of beaten up hours. Oh yeah, no rattling when she comes back down. It's all nice and quiet now. Might have to adjust something there because I don't think it's going quite full throttle. This screw on the back here, let's see if I can show you where. That little screw way in there with a jam nut on it. You can adjust that to change your throttle position stuff. There you go. The governor also keeps it from running over speed as well. Running too fast, so you can kind of see those arms moving there a little bit, right? Oh boy, that's nice. Remember coming down off of see if I can find a piece of that footage, put it on here. Remember coming down off of full throttle, I was like the rattling balls in there. It was just terrible. So that's a lot nicer now. Let's do a bit more testing on that. No noise at all now. That's good. That's good. Should be for that price for a brand new governor. Holy jeez, this is expensive. She's all good now, I think. We'll just run around a bit, get her warmed up a little bit, and then check for more leaks. See if we've got anything else going on. I never did check the gas to see how much gas we got in it, but hopefully it's all right. Seems like it's running pretty good there for a Chinese carburetor. Not too bad at all. So I'd go for a ride around town. I don't have a slow moving vehicle sign, and I don't have that extra insurance rider I gotta get for I can get it off my vehicles, and for driving stuff like this around. Get away, mosquito. You can do that, so I'd have to do that, I guess. Seems pretty good. So governor would work here. Here it kicking. Well, that didn't kick in. I let the clutch out too fast. That was my fault. Well, when you're going, you'll hear it kind of working a bit harder. That's the governor's kicking in. So there, it did it a little bit when I took off, so it didn't stall out too easily. Kind of hard to show you, but when it starts to work harder, that's the governor working. Let's see if I can get another spot here where you can maybe hear it kind of working a bit better. So if you're pulling a plow and you hit a hard spot or something, it'll down a little more so it doesn't stall it out on you. So there's no governor there. Let's see if we can hit this hill the right way here. So no governor, and then you'll hear it kind of working more. There, that's the governor kicked in there. And it relieves again. It knows how fast it's spinning there. And pretty intelligent, you know. Now it doesn't really work the other way though. If you're going down a hill, it won't back throttle off on you. Let's see if we can hit a steeper hill here and maybe it'll come in more. There's a good one. So that kept the throttle at the same speed there, so we didn't die out. Then you can hear it level off again, so that's no governor now. Sweet. That works good. So if you didn't have a governor, it would, I'll try to emulate it here. If you didn't have a governor, it would kind of do like that until it kind of caught back up again. I just basically put the throttle down there, but it's emulating what it would have done. Alright, not too bad at all. I don't know how much gas I got left in it, so I'm not going to go too far with it, but seems like it's running pretty good. I'll put her away here, I guess, for now, because that's about all I got to do today. A little tight there, bud. Sweet. No rattles, isn't that nice? No rattles, I like that. All right, we'll just unhook that and switch our gas off here. Now this line should be, I should maybe drive it around more. I want to see if the oil gets warm, then this line will get warm too. Maybe I'll just drive it around a little bit more. I don't know how much gas I got left though. Yeah. Anybody got a match? We got these new things in our pockets that have thingies on them. Oh, maybe I should turn the brightness up. There we go. Well, there's not much in there. That's the trouble with these containers. They do get so hot in here, it actually will evaporate the gas out of the tanks pretty quickly. So I want to get some white paint, maybe of some sort, and paint the roof outside of us. Maybe that would help a little bit, because the other container, the white one, doesn't get any warmer than outside in there. It's really nice. So there we go. That's good. We'll shut the gas off for now. I'll maybe take it for a drive a little later on. Maybe I'll get using it a bit. And I just want to make sure that line gets warm, then I know it's getting through, right? So there we go. Now I gotta try to get over here again. Well, I gotta do a bit of work on this little tiller soon. Finish my compressor as well. The wiring basically on that. The rest of that's all good now. This thing here, as you see, it's got the cable. What the heck is it here? It's all seized up or something. I got a new one I gotta put to it and custom fit it and stuff. Oh man, it's good I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I might not get through here. My butt's too big. Oh, I made her. So yeah, the little tiller needs a bit of work. It kind of looks to me like I got a seal leaking on it. An engine seal leaking on it. That's not so good. Maybe I should throw that 13 horse on there. That would be awesome. I've got this Power Fist 13 horse, remember from the pressure washer? Sitting in here. Should put that sucker on it. That'll make her till. Holy crap. Ooh boy, wouldn't it? It's probably overkill, that thing. It's massive. I don't know if I'd do that or not, but 13 horse tiller, woo! It wouldn't be much. That thing wouldn't slow down. It'd probably burn the belts off her, but I think these are like a 5.5 horse or something. But for as much as I use it, it'll work. And the other one may not mount there anyways. It's probably too wide, and you'd have to do a lot of engineering to get her to work there. So but we had her in the garden this year, but the belt stayed driving the whole time. Didn't really like that too much. So I guess the cable seized up in there, sat outside for a few years, right, and kind of got himself a little hurt. But anyway, so yeah, so we got to finish this off too. I don't know what I can do for wire. This stuff's so bloody stiff. Because I guess basically I got to run like a plug out and then into here, and then the other two to here, kind of thing. So lots of fun. I got to work on that, but I think I might get more like a 10 gauge extension cord stuff. It's maybe a little more flexible than this stuff, like the braided wire stuff. I think that might be a little more better, kind of like this sort of wire, right? Maybe not quite that huge though, but something like that, I don't know, for that would be pretty good, I think. Anyways, that's it for today. That's our governor replacement oil line installation. Sweet, should be good now. And she should get some lube over there in that governor and be all good to go. So, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later, and you guys have a good day. Thumbs up. Sweet.